Okay, so what is up you guys, my name's Ollie and I'm going to point out the painfully obvious before you guys do. I got new glasses. Yes, I literally got them like half an hour ago. They're taking me a little bit of getting used to because I usually just go for the same shit every time. And I'm bored. I wanted change. So here we are. I literally turned into an art student overnight. But yeah, I don't know, I like them anyways. But in today's video, I'm filming the Q&A video that I said I was going to film last week, but then I forgot it was my 1 year anniversary, so I had to film that video. So now I'm doing the Q&A today, so let's just get straight into the questions. By the way, the questions were asked on Instagram, which is Thatguyoli_. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it in the description below. So Tourist and Youth asked, what's the most unexpected change since starting testosterone? Honestly, I don't know if I've had any unexpected changes because I literally researched and obsessed over testosterone for probably years before I started. One thing I will say is that my face structure changing, I knew it would happen, but I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it and how it was gonna happen. So I guess that's kind of unexpected because my face has changed a little bit and it is strange but good, and I don't know how better to explain it than that. User I can't believe I just asked, am I happy with where my voice is at now? Yes, I am. I obviously do want it to drop more than it has currently, but I do like it, and my voice even passes on the phone and stuff now, which is super exciting. So Alex Bins asked, do you think it's fair for people who have been out longer than others but have to wait longer to get onto testosterone? Now this question is kind of hard to ask because there are so many variables that come under when and where someone starts testosterone. You know, are they going privately or not? Are there medical conditions that are stopping someone from getting on testosterone? Did they get referred as soon as they came out, or did they wait a few months? So it's a little bit difficult to wage whether or not someone's just, you know, there's too many things to consider. Jamesia Marie asked, also sorry if I said your name wrong, was I ever hesitant to use a needle? And no, I've never really had any needle fears. What I will say for advice if you are is honestly hesitating and thinking about it more is gonna freak you out even more. The best way to do it if you're gonna start doing your injections yourself is literally count down 3, 2, 1 and just do it, and it's over then. And honestly, I promise you every time it won't be as bad as you think it's gonna be. Ollie the Gay, who I love, what up Ollie dude, he asked how long did I have to wait for testosterone and how did I deal with long waiting times. I actually made a video talking about dealing with long waiting times, which I'll leave in the description below if you want to check that out. And in terms of how long I had to wait, so I was referred in September of 2016 with gender care. I got my first appointment in February and my second appointment in June, and then I started T in July, so that's about a 10-month wait, I believe. So yeah, AliBabi123 asked, do you think it's fair for people to start T and tell everyone they're a he, then a year later decide they're not trans anymore and go back to she? This is very specific. I think this question is about a specific person in this guy's life and he is not happy with them. Honestly, again, there's too many things to consider. Some people just don't know how they identify. Some people really genuinely think they need testosterone, and then when they go on it, they realize it's not for them. There's too many things that can be for that individual person's life. You can't really, you know, judge why they started testosterone and why they went off it. So I don't mind it. You know, if someone has to do that, then they have to do that. You know, whatever. You do you. Edwin asks, have I noticed any mental changes? Edwin asks, have I noticed any mental changes since starting testosterone, and how do I feel about the physical changes thus far? In terms of mental changes, I've spoken about this before. Obviously, my confidence is skyrocketed since starting testosterone. What I will say is that even pre-T, I think a lot of the things that guys say when they start testosterone, for example, not being able to cry and getting more angry, I feel like I was more like that anyway, even as a pre-T guy. I was never a huge crier. Don't get me wrong, I did cry, but I wasn't a big crier, and also anger did used to be my kind of go-to emotion, even pre-T. So being on T, I don't know, maybe it's accentuated that a little bit, but other than that, it's mainly positive mental changes. You know, I just feel much more confident now and just excited for the future. And in terms of the physical changes this far, I'm really happy with them. Obviously, I do want more changes to come, you know, facial hair and stuff. I can't wait to get better facial hair, but I am genuinely happy. I'm only 3.5 months on T, so Gucci. Outer Spade asked, did I ever second guess myself before starting testosterone? Honestly, my biggest denial stage was kind of the ages of 16, where I was no, I'm just an androgynous butch lesbian, which is funny now because I'm not even straight, I'm bisexual, but whatever. So a lot of my denial stage was then, but once I'd accepted that I was trans, I never doubted that I needed to go into testosterone. Even the months coming up to starting T, I never really had any fears. I knew that this was what I needed. But it is very normal to have fears if you do, but it just personally wasn't something that I went through. I'm going to finish the question on this one because I want to give it a bit more of a detailed answer. But somebody asked me, I don't remember the question exactly because it was on that Sarah thing. But they asked about how I came out as being trans as well as being gay. I'm bi, but I guess the person that asked is gay. And because he said that his family are very hateful and stuff towards being trans, and he just thinks gay is going to make it worse. But I haven't told you guys this shit, I don't think. But I actually came out to my mum as bisexual very recently. And what I would say, here are my tips. She took it really well, by the way. So obviously I waited. Obviously, if it's not going to be safe for you, then you have to wait until you're financially stable enough to move out. You never want to put yourself into a dangerous situation. But what I did personally was, obviously I came out as trans, and I literally waited about a year after that. I waited until everything was fully settled. Me and my mum had an amazing relationship again. And the biggest thing I did was I didn't make a big deal out of it. You know, I think the bigger deal you make out of something, the bigger deal they're going to make out of it. How I came out was literally, she was telling me about how her best friend's son, who's actually a cis male, this is interesting, you don't hear about this very often, but her son, who is a cis male, actually identifies as pansexual, and I didn't know this, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like that, sort of. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I would date a guy as well as a girl. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I would, to be honest. And she was just like, okay. Because I was just like, I don't know, gender doesn't matter to me as much as it does to other people. And honestly, guys are fucking hot, I'm not even gonna lie. So yeah, that would be my advice for that, and that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Give it a like if you liked it, and comment anything you want to down below. Do you like my new glasses? They're growing on me, I'm not gonna lie. To that art aesthetic, I can't even draw. Like, who am I trying to be? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I post one video every single week, and other than that, guys, I'll see you next time. Man had to get Instagram up on his laptop because I film on my phone.